Today I want to explore a verse in the Tao Te Ching that is one that really helps us recognize the need or the benefit of withdrawing our projection from thinking we need to be or do as the outside world tells us, and find that place of inner authority from which we then experience life. So instead of being directed from the outside in, we become the masters of our experience from the inside and then out in the world. So this is verse 9 in the Tao Te Ching. And it says, "Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill." That's quite a good image, isn't it? Because when you think of a bowl or you think of a cup, it's only got so much room to hold. It can only hold so much. But if you keep pouring in, eventually it can't hold anymore and it just starts to spill over the sides. So this can be something, if when we feel that we need to accumulate something in our lives, maybe we need to accumulate more knowledge, we need to accumulate more degrees after our name, whatever it might be, that sense that we're never quite full, that we need to put more in to fill ourselves up. And so we keep putting in more and more, but ultimately we can't absorb anymore. And in fact, it's almost wasteful because anything that we do seek, there's just no room for within us. We can't contain it. So it's like, okay, enough. Let me sit with what I have and work with that rather than continue to go outside and try to bring in more and more and more. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will blunt. Can you see that image of somebody sharpening, and eventually, it does blunt. Eventually you wear it down and there's nothing left. So that idea of when we feel we have to keep sharpening our knife, it's as though we are in a continual state of attack or defense. Like, I need to have a sharp knife available at all times because I might need to defend myself, or I might need to go out and attack. And so that sense of having to sharpen your knife all the time means you're living in a state that's always either defensive or offensive. You're never just relaxed. You're never just at ease. There's this constant sense that you have to sharpen your knife, and eventually it blunts. Eventually there's nothing left. Probably no people around you, and your own sense of safety in the world is shattered. Keep sharpening your knife and it will blunt. Chase after money and security and your heart will never unclench. Oh, isn't this a good one for the way our society tends to or has been wired? Chasing after money and security. I need enough money because if I don't have enough money, I could be out on the street? Whatever it might be. That sense of there's never quite enough. I'm never safe. That sense of the wolf is always at the door, the other shoe's always going to drop. That sense of deep insecurity that pretty much all of us were wired to feel, usually from when we were very small. Even in an environment that was relatively secure, stuff happens. Stuff happens, and little kids don't feel so secure anymore. And so we chase something out there, thinking that out there is going to give us what we feel we don't have in here. So chase after money and security, looking outside to feel secure and to feel safe. You never unclench your heart. Now just think about that for a moment. A heart that's clenched is a heart that cannot give or receive love. It's a heart that is so walled up that it can't even feel it for itself. Your heart will never unclench. So as long as we are always looking for something that we cannot experience within ourselves, we're not going to find it because it's never going to be fully satisfying out there. And therefore our heart is going to be continually clenched wanting this so badly, but not able to just open up and accept it's already here. That safety, that security is within myself. I'm not going to find it out in the world. That's where the whole insecurity thing started in the first place. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Just feel that inside yourself for a moment. You might want to take a deep breath. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Notice what it feels like in your heart. And don't judge whatever you feel. Your heart may feel quite clenched. This may be a long-standing pattern. It is for pretty much all of us. And so it takes a lot of gentleness and self-compassion to just sit with that. To begin to feel the clenchedness of our hearts, but to not judge ourselves, to not start beating ourselves up. We come from it pretty honestly. You know, the world felt pretty scary when we were little. We had to protect ourselves because it just felt too dangerous otherwise. So most of us are walking around with pretty clenched hearts, chasing after something out there, when really we just have to go in. We have to sit with ourselves. We have to sit with our heart and allow it to open organically. How about this last one? Care about people's approval, and you will always be their prisoner. Oh my. So just like we'll go outside to chase after money and security, how much do we go chasing other people's approval? Before I can feel good about myself, I need you to tell me I'm okay. That means we give away our power. That means we're so busy looking for other people to validate us. We never validate ourselves. My sense of self-worth depends on the feedback that I get from you. And if I get meh, or maybe even feedback, that leaves me feeling horrible about myself. Oh my God, they don't like me. And therefore I'm their prisoner. I'm so dependent on other people's opinion of me that I lose myself. I give away myself, chasing after somebody else's approval. These are deep, huh? These are deep within us. These, and again, it's like we got trained a long time ago to look to the outside world for validation, for feeling safe, for all the things that as little kids that made sense. You know, we needed to be taken care of. We needed other people to tell them that they loved us. We needed to be loved, demonstrably, and we needed to be taken care of. We couldn't go out and earn a living. We needed other people to feed us, to clothe us, to put shelter around us, to love us. But that trained us to go looking outside ourselves for something that now, as adults, it's our job to find within ourselves. And so the last two lines of this verse, they really nail it. Do your work and then step back. The only path to serenity. Do your work. Well, what's our work? Well, this is our work. Our work is to detach our dependence on the outside world for validation, for security, and to find it within ourselves, to become the authority of not just our life, but our experience in life. I'm the one who chooses how I experience myself and how I experience life. It's not dependent on what somebody out there does or says or doesn't do or say. I find my own security within. I find my own self-approval within. I find my cup to be absolutely filled just right. And I don't need to keep sharpening my knife because I feel safe. within myself. So that's my work. That's all of our work. It's to literally grow up. To grow up from all the outside sense of self that we got, and to find it within ourselves, to become the coherence, the authority, the true integrity of who each of us is, which is unique and special. Do your work, find that place, and then step back. Maybe somebody likes it, maybe somebody doesn't. Well, that's not my job. My job is myself. The only path to serenity. Because until I detach my need for the outside world to reflect something back that makes me feel okay, until I no longer need that reflection, but I become the emanation, I'm not going to be serene. I'm going to be dependent. I'm going to be giving away my power. Do your work and then step back. The only path to serenity. And I will see you again soon.